Okay, so here, we talk about these defects and reports today. Okay, so once you have done your test cases, let's say you have, of course, writing a test cases will be your first priority to do once start a project. Okay, so execution is a middle part where you will be working on. When you execute the test cases one after the other, you actually find defects, right? So once you find defects, you need to report this defect. Okay, so once you found the defect, just because you open a defect, okay, doesn't mean that you have to open a defect. Okay, just because you found something, let's say for example, we take it here, let's go to here, and let's say, okay, let's say you found some issue on this page, and and you want to open a defects. Now, just because you found an issue doesn't mean it will be an issue. Okay, so you need to check with your leads. You need to talk the lead saying that, hey, you know what, this is an issue I found. Okay, can I raise a defect on this? Okay, so you need to put a screenshot. So if it's not like, you can send an email, put a screenshot and check with your lead. So that is the one you can do. I mean, that is the standard procedure you need to follow, because you don't know it is a defect or not. Okay, so some are defects, of course. For example, say here, this is a defect, so I will be raising this defect as a minor issue, because I know this is an issue, because there is not supposed to be, this cursor should not supposed to hand cursor, first thing. Second thing is, this image is not supposed to clickable. When you click on this is showing up. So of course this is a defect, but it's a minor issue. So this will be taken as, a cosmetic issue. Okay, so either way, so this is a cosmetic issue. You hover your mouse over this, it's changing the hand cursor. That's a cosmetic issue. When you're clicking this is showing this page. Okay. Okay, so once you figure it out, let's say you found an issue and you confirm with your lead that this is the defect. Okay, so once you confirmed it, and your lead said to, okay, why don't you open this defect? So now once you got a green light, that means okay, you can open this defect. So now once you go here, go to the defects module that is located here. You see this, all these modules, task, test cases, test runs, defects. Go to the defect section. Okay, and here you have to open defects. Okay, so let's say I'll open defect. So admin details. So here, how you have to write, right? First thing is, the naming convention is very important. A small description about what exactly the issue is. So here is, I'm opening a defect for shipping and handling fee, and what project does it belongs to? You need to write it down. Okay, GMA Online. And the next, if you're really, here, what I'll do is, this is not accepted. So okay, so if it is a priority issue, let's say if you have opened some priority issue, you want to write it as a critical issue or production issue. So you want to write it that here, I'm just putting my name. So if you are doing your homework, so make sure you put your name, okay, not my name. So people, I keep saying that, people keep doing it. So you want to make sure this should be your name, okay? When you're opening defect or writing test cases, this should be your name. The reason I'm saying, because we have only one access to this valley and everyone are using it. So that's the reason, I'm telling you guys to put this name. Otherwise, in real time, it's really not required. Here you will be putting, if there is any issue like critical issue or production issue, you will be putting that here. Okay. Okay. So we'll be putting here, and always make sure the defect state is in open status, not in submitted status. Okay. So let's talk about this. Okay. So this is very small thing. Okay. So this is very small thing. Let's say you put and submitted, and let's say it's been 2 weeks, and you forgot about it, and you submitted that to the developer. Now developer doesn't care. Of course, why does developer care anyway? Okay, they don't care. So they don't respond. So it's what happened is you put submitted and put it. Nothing happened, and 2 weeks have gone. Suddenly you get a call from your boss. Hey, you know what? Can you stop by at my desk? Now, when you get such kind of calls from your boss, now you are in trouble. Okay, so you don't want to, yeah, sure. Actually, I was in mute. Okay, so somebody requested that not able to hear, so that's the reason I was speaking. Okay, so okay, now here what we are seeing here. Okay, so here we need to be okay. You need to be very careful. If you put this submitted status and you forgot about this, okay, 2 weeks have passed and your boss calls you, hey, why don't you start about on my desk now. Now they'll review your work saying that, okay, why is this in submitted status? The very first question that your boss will be asking you, why is this in submitted status? Now you need to give some reason on that. Now you cannot say that, no, yeah, I forgot. Okay, so that's not a reason. Being an experienced candidate or being, okay, okay. You cannot, you cannot say that, no, I forgot, I put it in submitted status. You can't do that. You must always, be very, okay. So, you know, Okay. Um, so if you put in submit status, you need to be very careful if you are doing anything. So you should always, put in open status, because when your boss asks, okay, hey, why did you put in submit status? Why not in open? Okay, that's a very good question. You cannot answer it, okay, because you did a mistake, and you cannot say no, I forgot, I was doing that. Okay, so that's really not an explanation. Okay, so really you need to be very careful on that. Scheduled state, of course, you need to, there's few scheduled states here defined, in progress, completed, and accepted. Okay, really you have to move into the in progress. If you're working for this defect, you need to make sure that's there. And here, if you want to put it is in ready. And if you're trying to block this defect for some reason, because developer is not fixing it, or developer needs more time, you are putting block, because of your defect, your test cases is being stopped. Okay, so this is a priority issue. If you want to fit a block, you need to put some real good explanation here, saying that why it's blocked and what is the reason behind it, so we cannot proceed the test cases. Okay, so that's the reason you want to put it here. Okay, plan estimation. So this is it's supposed to be filled up by developer, because they will be working on this defect, and they will check it out how much time is left and how much they need to work on this defect. Okay, and once you have done that, let's put some description here. Okay, okay, I'll just put this. So you need to always remember that put a screenshot. Okay, you cannot, just because. Now there's a saying, right? Image is worth 1,000 words. So that's what you are going to do. Okay, you want to always put screenshots. Without screenshots, nobody. See, if you read this, did anyone understood this? Nobody would understand. And for a developer, it's very hard. Why? Because they're working on some plenty of projects, and mostly they will be very busy. They don't even care to understand what is this. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're putting a screenshot here. Okay, so let's go here. So let's say my defect is, what I'm trying to say is, when I'm trying to order large quantity here. Okay, place an order. Now here, this is my issue. So I want to highlight this issue, right? Because now, oops, wrong button. Okay, so what I'm going to do is here, let's, okay. So what I'm trying to say is, this is the issue what I'm seeing. What is the issue? So I'm trying to order these many large quantities, and shipping and handling, even after ordering that amount, that plenty of amount, shipping and handling is still showing $5. So that's really not, appropriate. So let's say I checked with my lead, and he said, oh yeah, go, why don't you open a defect? So now I'm trying to open a defect and putting a screenshot here. Okay, so you want to make sure whatever is included, you want to include this here. Let's put here, let's put in a lista. And you want to attach here. Okay, so you go ahead and click on this icon, choose a file. Okay, great. Now I put a screenshot. Okay, so now it's good. Okay, so now what I'm trying to show the developer is that this is what I'm getting when I'm trying to order this many. So now a developer will understand pretty good. Now there's no need to give any explanation, okay, to the developer. Otherwise, if you're just writing some amount information here and saying nothing about this, the problem is developer might not even care. To be worse, that issue will go to your boss and saying that why didn't you communicate it to the developer? Why don't you? So to make it easy to everyone, because you don't want ping pong, right? The developer says something, you go back, you want to check it, you go back around the developer saying that you don't want to happen that, because if you are only working on this, you will not have time to work for other projects. Okay, there will be plenty of projects which is assigned to you. You need to work on all of this. So, okay, make sure you put the screenshot here. Okay, so once you have done that, okay. So here you need to put a lot of information. So here it's not, it's not really lot of information here, but real time you'll be having a lot of information to put. Okay, so what kind of environment are we using this? So as I told you, there's three major environments. Okay, that is developer environment, test environment, production. Okay, here you also have staging. If you are working on ETL, then staging environment will also be here. So again, what are these environments? Okay, so environment, for instance, you can take it as a server. Developer server is a different, production server is different, testing server is different, staging server is different. Okay, you can take it as an example of environment. Okay, that's what it means by environment. Okay, does it make sense? So here we'll put as test. Okay, since I'm testing in test environment, I'm putting as test. Okay, there is two things: priority and severity. Okay. Now, okay. So now, what is priority and severity? So, severity. So, what is the severity? Severity is the impact of bug. What is severity? Is impact of bug. That means you are trying to say to the developer, okay, this is what impact is impacting our system. This is what is impacting. It's we are not able to write a test case. We are not able to move with the test cases forward. We are stuck, and the whole project is blocked, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that is a severity. Impact of the bug is called severity. Priority is like you telling developer saying that how soon can you fix it. Okay, priority is how soon you can fix the defect. Okay, severity is what is the impact of that defect. Okay, these two important things you need to remember. And priority is to give developer, like what's the, you're telling developer, okay, how the bug is it, how you need to give importance for the bug. Okay, is it low importance, normal, high tension, resolve immediately. So these are the importance level to the developer, saying that why don't you give the high importance to this, why don't you, pay attention for this defect. Okay, so that's what you are saying in the priority. Severity, you're saying is what is the impact. Okay, now that's there. Now there are four major types here. Okay, let's go one by one. So let's talk about this cosmetic. So what is a cosmetic defect? So cosmetic defect, can be as simple as spelling mistake. Okay, there can be a spelling mistake here. Okay, just like some green color, it should be in light green color, not in green color. Okay, and it should be a blue color, and so on and so forth. Okay, so those are the cosmetic issue. Okay, so that's, and let's go to the minor problem. Minor problem is something what we have open. Okay, just like the shipping and handling fee, that is a minor problem. Okay, now let's go to the major problem. Major problem is something we are not able to navigate the web page. Okay, let's take an example here. Okay, so here we have this. Let's say there are test cases written for this web page. Okay, now let's think as that. Okay, so there is something behind this page. there are a lot of tables, a lot of things are happening, but we are not able to log in here, or we are not able to access this page. So that will be a major loss, because if there are any test cases for this URL, then you better need to be put as a major issue, because you're not going to execute any test cases because you are not even able to access this web application. Does it make sense? So this is called major, okay, major or crash or data loss. Okay, now crash and data loss is more used for production issues. Let's say you have, you have opened an issue which is in production. Okay, now, okay, so there are some things, they don't, so you need to be very careful. Normally they don't let you open any issues in the production unless you're a senior guy. Unless you're a senior guy and working for a company from like 5 to 6 years, more than 6 years, and you're doing really well, then in that case they might consider your option. But when they might not let you to test production applications. Okay, so you don't want to open a production issues, you know uh, to start with. You don't want to do that. Okay, once you get experience, okay, you know how the policies, how the company, because it all depends on company policies. Okay, so just because you found an issue and you cannot tell everyone, okay, hey, you know what, I found an issue. You need to be very careful, in working on this one. Okay, so that's the reason you can put crash and data loss. So let's say, for example, production issues, put it on major problem. Okay, so this normally is called SEB 1. Okay, so SEB 1, SEB 2, SEB 3, SEB 4. Okay, the SEB 1 is casual, SEB 2 is major problem, SEB 3 is minor problem, and SEB 4 is cosmetic. And the priority goes, as this is. Let's say if it is a cosmetic issue, okay, you have to put as low. Now you don't put as cosmetic issue and resolve immediately. That doesn't make sense. Even if you do this, they will really come back to you saying that, hey, what is the reason of putting this? There's no real reason of putting it. It's a cosmetic issue. You cannot tell a developer to resolve immediately. They won't do it. Even if they don't come back to you, they will automatically change it to low. Okay, so this always goes simultaneously with this. And if it is crash or data loss, you can also put a high attention or resolve immediately. Okay, so this goes as numbering. What the severity is, it goes with the priority. Okay, you cannot put cosmetic issue and put as resolve immediately. Now, that doesn't make sense for anyone, right? And for me too. If it's a cosmetic issue, just some text is missing here, color of the text is different. Okay, this is there's a spelling mistake here, so that is all belongs to cosmetics. There's nothing to do with resolve immediately because they won't do it. Okay, now here I'll put this Manu, a minor problem. Okay, now who submitted the defect? So normally testers are responsible for submitting defects, so it will be you. Okay, now this creation date and open date are disabled, so don't worry about it. If you want to put, you can put that date. So whatever the date is, and most probably it will. So this is disabled because once you open it, okay, that will be automatically generated for you. Okay, so found in build. Let's say if you know the build, okay, and you can put it here. If you don't know, you have to check with the lead and put the build number here. Fixed in build. So this is the job of a developer. So really they found an issue and they're working on it, and which build this is going through. So that they're supposed to put it here. Okay. So what is a target build? Okay, so this all will be built by the developer. And resolution. So once a developer sees that, okay, so this is, sometimes it might not be a developer issue, it might be some other issue. Okay, so there are so many options here. Okay, so there are so many options like let's say if the developer found this, okay, this is not mine, so they might help you to reroute it. Okay, they can reroute it, but I don't think they will do it. So they will reject the defect. That means they'll say this is not my problem. Simple, right? They will simply reject it, saying that it's not my problem because this is not really in the web application. It might be some ETL issue, some architect issue, or some configuration change, or need more information, or any the user interface, and they will simply reject it. Now it's your job to, with rejected, you need to go ahead and talk with the developer saying that, hey, actually, can you tell me who is the responsible for this? Because I keep seeing this in the application. Can you tell me who's responsible? Then they'll tell, okay, so this is the database issue. You need to check with the database guy and work with them. Okay, they really cannot help it because it's really not their job. Okay, so that's how they will. If you are lucky, then they will reroute it to that particular concerned person, and they will handle this effect. Okay, so this will be putting resolution will be putting by the respective owner of the defect. Okay, target date. The target date will be third. Release notes. If you have any release notes, you can add the release notes here. We'll just put it no. Affects documentation. So let's say there is an issue which also documents also should actually be updated. For example, legal cases. Let's say there's some data which are missing, but document didn't get updated. Mapping document didn't get updated, so you want to put as yes because you also want them to know that this defect is also affects the documentation part. Okay. So if you are working with Salesforce application, that is Salesforce is a customer relation management application. So if you are working with them, this might get automatically generated for you, or you don't have to worry. In this scenario, you really don't require this. Okay, but normally it can be generated for you, or you can also put that number if you have one. Okay, if you are working with Salesforce, otherwise it's really not required. Schedule, if you have any schedule, iteration, which iteration it is. Okay, the iteration, put the iteration. Expedite, let's say this is a very important issue. Let's say this is a SEB 1 which or SEB 1 or SEB 2 which should be fixed. Then you want to expedite this. That means you need to want to tell you're telling developer that why don't you expedite this issue. Okay, there are any attachments, you can go ahead and add. Put the attachments here, we already put here. So either way, you can also put this attachment here too. And you have this notes. If you have any notes, you can put it notes here. Once you have done that, click on create. Oops, and also I forgot to tell you one thing here. See here, in the right side corner, you have this all the information. Who is the owner? Owner of the defect is a developer. Okay, so you want to put the name of a developer here. Okay, and which project does this defect belongs to? You want to put it here. Okay, and parent. Okay, so parent is this because all these are sub user story. That means there's a major user story. So 165. Okay, so here in this case. Okay, so this 165 is your user story, what you're working on. Okay, you can change it this too. Okay, you can change it whichever whatever the respective user story you're working on. Test case, okay, you can put the test case too. Okay, and you want to link this and put that and click it done. Once you do that, you can add tag too. If there's any tag, I'll just put GMO. So just simple tag. Okay. Okay, good. And once you've done this, click on done. So this is how you can open a defect in Rally. So not just Rally, take it any tool. Even if you're opening, the user interface might be different. Okay, but either way, you need to open defects. Okay, this is how you can open defects. Any questions so far? Okay, so this is actually no job of a testers. Okay,
Hi, Manu. Anil this side.
say Anil.
Yeah. So actually, um, the thing was, I was not able to understand a couple of classes of yours because of voice disturbance, I believe.
Right.
So basically, I have gone through the recordings. So as far as my understanding, so this page which we are looking at it right now, so this is like an actual testing page, like as if when you go to the project and you work for the client. So this is how the testing page looks like for the end. So you know what I mean, right?
Right.
So
Yeah. So if you're using
the
Rally, if you're using this Rally as a tool,
oh, okay, rally. So the test for quality assurance, we use Rally tool
yeah,
for
Rally is
testing.
a test management tool. Wherever you want to write test cases, let's say you want to write test cases, execute the test cases, following with
Okay,
the developers, all this, you want to maintain this in one tool. So that's the reason you use this Rally.
and what is Jira? So it is similar to Rally.
Exactly. This is Jira is a similar to Rally but a different company. It's from Atlassian. This is from CA Technologies. That's the difference.
Okay, so basically it is just like a reporting tool, like whatever updates you want to give to to the whole team, the developers or QA, so everybody can see. So is it like a ticket raising tool, like to
Right.
raise a ticket?
Yeah, that's a ticket. I won't call this as a reporting tool because there is also a reporting tool, the business objects and, all those SSI, SSRS. So those are actually reporting tools. So I would call
Okay,
it a reporting tool. This would be, as you say, you can call it as a ticket, ticket management tool or test management tool because okay, it's not only testers, everyone use this. Okay, so you can also call it ticket management tool. You raise the ticket, you are following with that, so you can say that.
okay. I'm still facing some problems to hearing you. Um, so yeah. Anyway, but I'm seeing everything, so I can understand a little bit. Um, um, so yeah, actually, so this is the tool, and I'm just struggling to understand the basic testing part, the basic what do you call the what exactly what are you trying to test, the exact website or like a user interface?
Right. In functional testing, we do that one, right? In the functional testing, we'll be testing everything, almost, whatever this URL, this web page, this images,
Okay,
this should be tested as per the requirement. Okay, here we don't, I didn't say any requirements here because we really don't have requirements, but, you need to check each and everything, header, footer, column, tables, everything as per the requirement. So in the functional testing, as a functional testing point of view, that's what we'll be doing.
okay,
Okay. Does it make sense?
okay. Yeah, I mean, uh, don't take me wrong, Manu. I think there is like very serious sound issue. I don't know, from maybe from your side, like as if some kind of heavy air condition running on your in your room, like you know what I mean,
No.
or like a fan. So I am not understanding. So that's the problem. I'm not able to listen to you well.
So also try to also check with your respective manager too. Okay, also tell them the issue they are actually, tell them that you're trying to face, you are facing this issue actually. Okay.
Because I'm not sure if this is only me or everybody is having the same similar problem. Because if it's only me, so then that should be problem from my side.
No, actually, it's just not you. Actually, few of the people. Okay, some people at New Jersey, it's like New Jersey. They can hear it. Some people, it's like Texas, Chicago. They can able to hear. So it's like some. So, are you located in New Jersey area?
Yes, yes, in New Jersey.
Okay, so the problem is also the bandwidth. Also is they have little high bandwidth. Zoom. So that's the reason.
Hmm.
Okay, so you can also try checking with the Zoom guys. Okay, so I also open multiple defects saying that, hey, some candidates can open. So also try with them to. Okay, so normally you are getting the high pitch and low pitch. High pitch sound is going higher, lower, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, all of a sudden, some kind of vibration, or when you turn on a heavy blower into the mic. So, or else, just as if somebody is breathing so heavily exactly in front of the mic.
Right.
Um, these are the symptoms I'm facing while
Right.
listening.
So yeah, maybe if you want, you can check it out. Let's see, just give me a second. So when I give homeworks, right? So when I give homeworks, you can check it out here. Okay. So I give two URLs. So one is better audio quality. You can try that. So that doesn't have that problem when you.
Yeah, yeah, yes, I'm going through that, but still, I want to understand, right, in when the class is going on live, because if I have any questions, I can, ask you straight away, so that will be more, um, specific, or,
More
comfortable for me.
right. So yeah, that's good. So you can be have more interaction. Okay. And you
Yes, yeah.
questions, when you have to interact more.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, that's all right. I will, contact with my HR
Yeah.
and report the issue.
Contact HR and also try with this. You also do this both. Okay, because I also try to reach out them. You know, uh, either go to the Zoom, okay, Zoom.us, okay, and try calling them. You can. I'm not sure you can open a ticket here, and call them and say the specific meeting ID. 676 166 111. Okay, and tell them that you are facing this, and you are in the class of 10:45 to 11:40
Mm-hmm.
AM EST, and you're really having the issue. Okay, so and when I post in you maybe video, if you are not able to video, you send them video too, saying that, hey, what, this is what is happening.
Okay, okay,
Okay, so because from my side, it is good. I'm using directly LAN, not even not in a what do you call that, Wi-Fi. It is directly LAN, so
okay, okay. I understand.
bandwidth issue. So
Sure, sure, sure. Okay, yeah, sure, Manu. I think that should be. We can go ahead with the class.
okay.
So, just if you can just briefly explain once again, like what exactly are we trying to test, and how are you gonna update in Rally, like test cases, just very briefly, like 1 2 minutes for my
Okay.
understanding.
Okay, sure. So, okay,
Yeah, thank you.
okay, yeah, thanks. So somebody also, asked, okay, what is the found in built? Let's go through this. So found in built in defect is, it's done by the developer. Okay, so this is what, somebody was asking, like, what is about found in built? That means this issue, when this issue was found, in which build this is found. Because see, what is this build? So build is like a version. Okay, it's a version. So they release one version, they start testing it, they found some bugs, they put the bugs, okay, now they release another version, okay, with all the bugs fixed, now they want to start testing again, okay, now go back. So this is called, you can take it as a build, okay, so that versioning which you keep on giving it and keep on testing it is called build. I mean, that's really not like the more specific way. This is generic term I'm giving. Build, you can take it as version, but two things are different. But as point of for ease of convenience, you can take that one. Okay, so that is built, and this is updated. And this build you have to update. Okay, if not developer, you have to check with your lead saying that, hey, you know what the build, so that I can put here build number. Okay, so that's a build. Okay, so let's go pretty quick here. So if we are using this, okay, let's say if you're using this, Rally, then you use this test cases. So I hope everyone have access to this Rally tool, right? Just go ahead. Now I'd recommend to you to go log in into it. Okay, log into it. You can view all my test cases. Okay, whatever I'm written. Okay, so you have to write your test. You need to first work on task. Sometimes task is given by your boss. Okay, they will directly assign it to you. And once you see, it will be in your in your folder, and you will see, okay, so this is the task. Once you are done with the task, you need to write test cases for your task, and whatever the ETL test cases or functional test cases or whatever QA point of view, you want to write this test cases in the test. This is gone. Okay, so that's what, and you're always writing, against the user story. All test cases you're writing against the user story here. Okay, so this is once you click on this is what we have written yesterday. Okay, so this is all about the test cases. And once you have done this, you go to defects, go to defect section and open defects. If you found any defects, you need to open defect and submit to the defect. Okay, so this is a job of a QA, QA tester, QA analyst, or QA engineer. Okay, this is what QA will be. Not just QA, ETL tester also has to know this tool. Okay, to make sure all the test cases, because ETL people have also need to write the test cases and then you need to execute. Okay, so it's not just QA. It is a whole. That's why it's called test management system. Test management tool. Okay. Now, so let's say this is let's go a little bit higher. Now, let's say if you got a project in as a lead. Now, this is all Java fit QA, right? QA testers, builders, they are taking care of all this. Now, let's say if you got a job as a lead, then you also want to work on reports. Okay. So now let's go to the report section pretty quick, and here, if you go here, you have a lot of reports here. Okay. Now, there are two kinds of reports. Okay, there is the project level reports, and okay, there are two kinds of reports: the project level report and team level report. Okay, you want to see what the team is doing. So team level reports is normally is taking care of the manager, your boss, and project level reports is normally taking care of project manager. Okay, so now let's say once you go into this report section, okay, let's say your boss wanted to give you a report. Okay, what's happening with this, and why don't you send me the report? Okay, so now once you figure it out which report you are working on, let's say here we check. Okay, we'll check as defects priority. And once you click on this, see here you're not plotting anything. Everything is ready made for you. Okay, this everything, all this graph has been made ready-made for you, because all these graphs automatically gets updated once you execute and perform all the iterations and all. Let's say you have completed your test cases, executed it, put the defects. Now, this all these reports will automatically update. You're not doing anything here. Okay, so once this defects gets, I'm sorry, once this report shows up, you can send an email. Okay, so if you want to send, go to project tool, which is located in the upper right corner, and click on email, and here you can send the report directly to your boss. And here you can add this as a recipient, or here you don't want to, and click on send. So once you click on that, that report will be automatically, get emailed to the concerned person. Okay. So now this is, okay, here you go. You already got an email here, and this is how it looks like. Okay. Now, now, your boss looks to the reports. Okay. This is how it looks like. And this is the job of a lead point of view. As a tester, as a QA analyst, you're not actually working on this unless you are a senior guy. If you're a senior, so you'll be working on this, but otherwise, okay, this is more for a lead point of view. Okay, so now let's go back here. So let's say your boss wanted report which is not listed here, and that's fine, right? I mean, it may not be listed here. So you have a lot of reports here already. Iteration burn down, iteration bump, velocity chart, story burn down, and all those things. But really, there is no such report that your boss asked you to do. So what you want to do is you want to generate report on custom level. So what you can do is click on add new. Once you add new, and you can, you want to see the data, what kind of data you want to have. Okay, so here you can put it here. You want more, you put it more. And how do you want to broken down? Okay, how do you want to, make it, what kind of, if it's defect by state, defect severity, okay, iteration. And once you do that, what filters you want to do? Let's say you don't want some of the defects, which is, let's say you don't want submitted by. So not so many people were submitting, so you don't want to put that. So you want to put as submitted by and put the whose name is this. Okay, you can do that. So, and once you do that, you can click on run, and the report will be generated for you. This is a custom report. Once sometimes your boss asks, which is not related here, which is not here, then you can generate a custom report which is here. Okay. So this is more for this is called as project level report. Does it make sense? Okay. So let's move to the next one. A similar way, you can also, as a QA, sometimes, as a lead, let's say if you're a lead, you will be also, responsible for, viewing the performance of your team member. Okay, so how they are performing, and what, some you have to also give them reports. So here, let's say you have written, okay, let's see here. If you open this, and you want to see the performance of the team members, there's a lot of people are writing this. You have to get a report for this. What you want to do is go ahead and click on actions, which is located into upper right corner, and print reports. Click on print report. Okay, once you do this, this is default, so we put it as default and click on print. So this, shows how many people are working it, how many people are working on and what they are working on. So this is for test cases. So that's how your boss reviews your test cases. What are you writing? What are the information you are putting here? All this will be reviewed. Okay, so it will be reviewed by your lead, and once it has been reviewed, I know. Okay, they'll be just sending an email. Just like, for example, let's say there is no option here to send an email, right? Let's say if you want to click on print, Google Chrome has some really good feature here, so we'll use that. So let's say I want to use this and I want to save this, and in this case, once you have done that, this is okay, good. So this is how you get this PDF file of your all the test cases, and you can send this report to your boss directly. So this is for test cases, and you also can do for the defects too. Let's take the old one. Here, okay. So here, this is the defect section. You want to generate reports. The similar, fashion you can do it. Oops. The problem here is you really don't have this option here, okay? So you cannot do, let's see this. If you want to use this, there's no option for this to send this as a defect, right? So what you're going to do is, so really there's no option, and you want to check it one after the one, right? There's so many here. So what you want to do is go to the action, um, you know what? Yeah, go to the action and export to XML. Okay. This is one option you can do it. So let's see how this looks like. But this gets all the user stories. Okay. We don't want to have this. Uh, I think they removed this whole option. Let's see. Options. Here you go. So here you can export to CSV. Either you can print it or export to CSV. Let's see. CSV is comma separated value, and you can open in the Excel. So once you do that, so this is how you can send the report to your boss. Okay, you can send this XML file. I'm sorry, CSV file. Okay, so this is how that means. Okay, this is the defect ID, and this is information, and what is reality related to, what is the priority, and is it fixed? Who is the owner for this? And once, if let's say if you are no more worried on this, and you want to really update this, and you can manipulate a lot of things here. You can use this and strike through. Okay. So once you have done it, you can say this, and let's say that defect is no more important because it's been fixed. So you want to strike it and continue with the other defects. So this is how you can work on the report section. So this is more related to QLE point of view. Okay, not as a tester. tester normally don't get these reports. Okay, the tester don't do all these report section. This is done by the okay. So this is done by the lead QA lead or the senior level tester. Whoever is senior levels working from 2 to 3 years, they get these reports and they have to submit these reports to their boss. So any questions so far? So what I do recommend is you guys have this access, right? Everyone, I hope everyone have access to this. So I recommend to go ahead and view this, okay? Because so everyone has this right rally and go ahead and view this and try to create your okay. So nobody actually have done this homework, okay? So make sure you guys do it. Do the homework or at least get used to it. So how does you want to get a look and feel of this tool? Okay, not just tool. We'll be discussing more tools moving forward. Okay, and but you need to have some rough idea how this tool is and how you can work it. How you can use it. Okay, and so I'll be giving you homework for the defects. Okay, make sure you guys do the homework. So this is we have this is what ends for rally. So we are that's all about this rally tool. If you have any questions, you can ask. You can.
Well, not at this moment, but tonight I will go through the recordings with the better quality, and I will come up with some questions for tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. And also,
Yeah,
try to access this tool. You have this username and password, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, same as yours, right? You shared your username and password.
Right, right. So same thing. So try to use
Okay,
it so you'll get better understanding how to look and feel. When you use it, you'll get more understanding. Okay, this is how it comes. And
sure.
even if you
Yeah,
have some facing any difficulties like how to access this button, if you're not getting that button, you can send me an email. I'll give you a screenshot so you can have some idea.
definitely. Yeah, Manu. I will come up with some questions tomorrow.
Okay. Anyone else?
Hey Manu, this is Leia. I have a question regarding yesterday's homework. I'm not sure what to do. I mean, you said to write some test cases.
Right. So sure is homework. So you were actually you were not in the first class, right? From the first class where you there?
Yeah, I'm there in the first class.
Okay, so actually, what was that is that I wrote the test cases, right? If you see the yesterday's video, I have already
Ye-
written the test cases. So my point was to write these test cases. Okay, if you see these instructions, you are supposed to write for online catalog. Okay, that is which is online catalog is here. So this is called online catalog. Okay, this web page. So you wanted, you're supposed to write positive scenarios, negative scenarios, and boundary values. Okay, and you need to write at least 10 steps. So this is what actually and also execute it.
Okay.
Okay.
So, can you show that website, that online catalog? I want to see.
Oh, actually, you know what? If you have
So, what
remote,
exactly? So, what could be the possible positive and negative scenarios over here? It's just a table, right? Like, um, you know, some items and unit price,
here,
order quantity.
first when I say you can have thousands of test cases here. Okay, but for an no, for instance, let's take here what I meant by positive scenarios. That means, let's say, order quantity. order quantity is always in number 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it cannot be any negative values. It cannot be anything like that. Positive scenarios, which is means 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, or whatever. Okay, let's take it an example 10. Okay, let's take it
Mhm.
here. Okay, now you want to make sure that your test case is failed even putting as 100, because you cannot order 100 when the stock is 23, right? So now this is a failed test case.
Okay.
Although you can go ahead and click here, okay, proceed order, everything is good, but you know you're not supposed to get 100 because you need to get a pop-up window saying that, hey, you know what, order is 23rd and you cannot order more than 23. Okay, so that's what, you know, you are having issues even in the positive scenario. So this is what I mean by positive scenario. When you're putting numbers, although putting numbers, you're still getting an issue, because and the issue is really, you know, in stock it's 23 and that's the reason you can. So that is what is
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Manu, I got a question now. So you were saying the order quantity when you entered 100, but the item name 3% don't tend have only 23. So that's the bug. So the bug and the test case both are not same, right?
yeah. The bug is completely different. You open bug through your test case. When you are executing your test cases, you will be opening it different. Okay, that's called bug.
Okay, so you are saying that it's a test case and the defect. Both are not same.
Both are not same. Both are completely different.
And so basically, when you select the item, then only it is showing the quantity, how many are available. So that is not again, something which is user expecting. The quantity available should be, visible right in underneath the item, so that in order to place an order, they should know right there how many are available.
So that's a very
So will that be the job of a quality assurance guy? To tell the developers saying
No,
that.
that's a very good question. So that is a, you know, question for a business analyst team. So you are actually expecting a feature. There is nothing. So you know, you somewhere from your mind, you actually came up with saying that, you know, hey, you know what, for convenience, why don't we put our, you know, below just here so that, you know, customer can see that, and that's a very good thing. You know, you can. This things is called feature. Now I don't know. You know, I didn't come up with, hey, you know what? Why don't we put in stock here itself? That's what you mean, right? In stock below here, right? Below.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
So you are saying order quantity, order in stock should be right below here, right? In this.
Yeah, somewhere in this page, so that
Yeah.
to
So
see. Yeah.
it's visible for, yeah, and it's user friendly. Okay. Why not, you know, just put it here instead of clicking this and looking in stock here? Why
Yeah.
don't you put it here? Okay. So
Yeah.
that
Is this the job of the tester
no, this
or
is.
the?
So you are actually, so here's the thing. You are actually recommending a feature for a developer to do this. Now developer won't do this. Now that is not a job really for anyone, because you came up with this. Nobody knew that, right? Nobody knew. I don't know that I have to put it here. But since you came up and you can talk your lead saying, hey, you know what, can we, you know, tell the business analyst team, why don't they add, now once business approves this feature, now that goes to development and that goes into again testing. So you came up with a new feature that is nowhere available, not there in the document. Document never told you to show this, okay? But it's good that you came up, so they might really, you know, take that as a feature inclusion into the, and they will include a new feature in the next release. So that's how. So that's called feature request.
Okay. Okay.
So it's really not anyone's job, because you came up with something new which doesn't exist. Which doesn't exist in the requirement, doesn't exist anywhere. So you want to request it through your lead and get this thing, you know, implemented. If business thinks, okay, yeah, this is a really good idea, then they will move forward with this.
Okay. uh, I can barely understand what you said because I don't know. I mean, but I got your point. But still, because of like I said, I have some problem from your side or my side. I don't know, um, but I get your point. Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, it's a feature request to feature request to your to the business analyst team. So hey, why don't you put order in stock here itself below this order quantity? So why I have to click this button and see in stock? Okay, why don't we make it more user friendly? Why don't we do this? So yeah, that's a very good thing. So these things, actually these kind of things you need to do in the free time. Okay, this is when you have free time. Go ahead and talk to the lead, saying that hey, you know what? Why don't we add this? This is would be really cool, and customers would like it. And we can go ahead with this. And if business thinks that's good, they will implement that feature.
Okay, okay. I mean, so it's like a friendly thing, right? Not so. Am I authorized to go and talk to the certain business analyst or manager, saying that, say, hey, this is the thing I mean, like, this is my suggestion.
Right.
So am I authorized to do talk with them,
Yeah. You should
or basically it's a business requirement, or they would say it's a business requirement, so you cannot involve into this. So
right.
is there?
Yeah, that's what they will, their answer will be, yeah, you cannot directly talk to them, and that is really way to do it. That's really not a procedure. But once you get into the system, once let's say you have 3 to 4, 5 years experience, you really have, people, how people do work, if even if you
Okay,
talk to them, so you can directly talk to them. But as of now, as of when you are going the first time in the project, you cannot do that. No one does. Even if you
okay,
want to, you have to go to the lead saying that, hey, you know what? So once get referral from the lead, then they might do it.
right, understand.
Okay, you cannot directly just go ahead to start with. But if you're experienced guy, everybody knows who are you and who you working with, and you get really get to know people, right? At that time, you can directly talk to them. Hey, this feature can be recommended.
Sure, I get that.
Okay, because you'll also be involving a lot of meetings. Once you get used to it, you'll be knowing a lot of people who is working on which project, which ETL team, and what is the Java team, and web development team, and all those you'll be getting used to it once people. So you will be figuring out who will be doing this and who will who is responsible for this piece of code, who is responsible for this piece of page, and so on.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Manu.
More questions from anyone? Yeah, you can unmute your mic and anyone can go ahead. That should be better. Because if you are pinging here, I might understand something else. You might say something else, So that may not be a better thing, but you can unmute your mic and you can go ahead. So tomorrow, we talk about this HDLC process. Okay, tomorrow may not be, maybe not so interesting class for you guys because most of people say, okay, it's not really, but it's a more of theoretical point of view. Okay, that will be how the framework works, how you're supposed to work in work environment, what is the SDLC process, what is STLC, and those kind of things. Although you are not the one to decide what's SDLC, what is the agile, which project should be in what environment. You are not the one to decide that. Will be from the management perspective. CFO and CIO, they will decide should go in agile, should go in waterfall method if it is an SDLC process. But you need to know because you are in the system, so you have to understand what really that means. And maybe, yeah, as somebody said, right, you can also recommend it. Recommend, why don't we use it? This is more efficient. Why are we wasting more into resources? Why don't or why don't we move into much economical and much efficient way of doing this? So that's the reason, you can, it's always good to, you know, um, So improve the system, how you can improve, so that if you are more into that too, it's also good for you, because that's how you are will be more stable into your job, because you are giving you good ideas and the business is really implementing it. So they will be also making sure, okay, your job is good, so they don't do anything. Okay, so if no one has any questions, can we close this class for today?
No more questions from my side. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you, guys.